Hello everyone, me Knolls Cemetery, Seaburn in Sunderland. It's a great view up the hill. Got the two cemetery chapels. I'm just on the bottom of this particular slope which goes down. It's the entrance of the cemetery over there. I don't think I've done a video over this part of the cemetery before, and I was just walking back to my car and I thought I'll just have a little look around, because I just on the way down saw a couple of interesting headstones, particularly this beautiful epitaph. So this is in memory of Isabella Wilkinson, who died August the 25th, 1861. Now this cemetery opened in 1856, so only within 5 years of it opening. She was just 22 years old, and there's a lovely epitaph, probably her parents. Arrange, Lord, what is life? 'Tis like a flower that blossoms and is gone. We see it flourish for an hour, with all its beauty on, but death comes like a wintry day and cuts the lovely flower away. So, lovely little epitaph. The sun's a bit bright the way I'm walking up here, so I think there's some Victoria Hall victims around this particular bit. There's a couple of entrance. This one here, in loving memory of Ralph Bolam, who departed this life June 8th, 1887, aged 21 years, safe in the arms of Jesus. Wind's died down a little bit, but the sun's shining directly on the camera. So this is erected in memory of William Wallace, who departed this life January the 12th, 1859, aged 43 years. And also Johnson Wallace, who lost his life at sea in the SS Cambria on March the 1st, 1869, aged 23 years. But there's a lovely line here. The sun has gone down while it was yet day. And then there's Jane Ann, wife of Roper Hillam, who departed this life October the 17th, 1870, aged 22 years. See, another young wife passed away. And blessed are the dead which die in the Lord. Probably one of the most commonest epitaphs you'll ever find. Something beautiful tonight at the cemetery. Daffodils are out. See if we can walk into there and see if there's any old ones in there. I think the sun's just gone down so I can get in without someone actually see them. Just avoiding the snowdrops. We're through. There's a couple of Commonwealth graves down in this section as well. With that affectionate remembrance of William Mitchinson, for 30 years railway porter at Sunderland, who died the 21st of June 1880, aged 69 years, so a long life in the service of the railway. Who porter at Sunderland, so more than likely that's the central station in Sunderland, even though there was a station at Monk Wearmouth, because it would have said probably Monk Wearmouth station, I think. But you can see there would have been something which has been prized out of that, probably made out of metal or glass, a little memento. So we've gone all the way back to the 1800s there. Then we have Sergeant J. Thompson, Air Gunner, Royal Air Force, 4th of March 1945, age just 19. The dearly beloved son of James and Mary Thompson, peace, perfect peace. Just a young lad. March 1945, only had a couple more months of the war to survive. That's perfect. The sun's completely died down as it completely folks. I walked down before and you couldn't really read some of the headstones. Heskett, Lark. There's another Lark there. Not a surname I've come across before. Must be related. And there's also another Lark before. Christiana, wife of Michael Lark. Mary Lark. Freeman. I'm just going to go up here because there's a mixture of sort of like some from the early 1900s and 1800s. This would have probably been a prized section to buy a grave. So sometimes people, like they do it, they bought them years in advance. So I think that's why you've got a mixture of, like there's a couple here, that's 1913. There's a Bittle stone there. Oh, I can't say that, Melvin. 1916. There's another Spain. We saw that somewhere else, didn't we? Another cemetery the other day. Early 1900s. So as you can see, some of the graves are sinking. Just a little bit where the indentations are. I've got members of the Jury family there. And we've got members of the Jury family here. Eugene Jury, the beloved son of Eugene and Dorothy Jury, was accidentally killed at the Sunderland Shipbuilding Company Limited at the South Dock, which I believe that was over down the port. Probably classed as Hendon now. There's a Cowie. There's somebody who was the husband of Isabella Barnes, who died through an accident at Birkenhead, February the 22nd, 1909. See, that's probably the most prized spot in the middle there, with a lot of the great and the good are buried there. That's a lovely one with an anchor on. That's a fine slate one. Look, that has sunk quite a lot there. It's probably one of the most difficult Sunderland cemeteries to walk through. Bishop Weymouth is pretty much perfectly laid out. Look how fine this slate one is. Looks almost new. To the memory of Grace Goldsworthy, beloved wife of Samuel Goldsworthy, who died September the 12th, 1878, aged 59 years. Also of Clara, beloved daughter of John Knight and Jane Ann Goldsworthy. See, that one's got lots of names, a few dates, but it doesn't tell you occupations, where they were from, how they died. There's no set pattern for any of these old particular headstones. As I always say, slate always lasts. Oh, there's one up here I'll show you. Great surname. Borlase. See what I mean? This one, somebody died 1927, 1935 and 1937. And possibly bought years before. Look over this one. There's one which shows a good example of how far people went across the world from Sunderland. It's a fine memorial. An affectionate remembrance of John Bird, who was chief officer on board the Mariner of Sunderland, that's the ship's name, who died at, I think it might be Behia or Betchia, on the 26th of January 1850, aged 30 years. And then Captain Avery Hornsby, Chief Harbour Master of the Port of Sunderland, died on the 26th of February 1870, aged 53 years. And then there's the widow Isabella. I think when I checked this one, I couldn't find a great deal about Mr. John Bird, but I think Behia was in South America, if I remember. I could be completely and utterly wrong, but possibly. And we've got this one here. It's a long epitaph here. Erected to the memory of William Griffin of Monk Wearmouth, Master Mariner. So he was born at Newbury, Berkshire, December 8th, 1789, and died October the 28th, 1865, aged 76. So Newbury, Berkshire, not exactly well known for its mariners, but obviously he's ended up moving to Monk Wearmouth. But look at this. Why call we that a place of gloom, a spot for war and weeping, where peaceful in the silent tomb our dearest friends are sleeping, or rather strew fresh flowerets round their heavenly hopes relating, who slumbering in the quiet ground a golden crown is waiting. Bit of a tongue twister, that one. Doesn't roll off the tongue, does it? It's a long one, but I'm not too keen on that one. There's primroses here. Oh, there's a couple of nice headstones here. We're moving into the a little bit older section. I might not be able to see that. That's John Coxon, who departed this life January 2nd, 1857, aged 25 years. He lived respected and died lamented. That's a common one. So he was only 25, so he's a year after the cemetery opened. Also Richard Coxon, brother above, who died May the 14th, 1869, aged 27 years. Also Eleanor Coxon, wife of the late William Coxon. So I'm guessing William and Ella were the parents of these two brothers, who died June the 6th, 1875, aged 73 years. And also 5 of their children who, I think that's died at, who lies in or at Monk Wearmouth churchyard, which is what people refer to as St. Peter's now. But I always mention, don't I, what people of the time called that place. And that one, they've called it Monk Wearmouth Church, but other people call it Monk Wearmouth Parish Church. So they hadn't just lost the 2 brothers in the sons in the 20s, they'd also lost 5 of their infant children as well. So it just shows you how many people were buried in Monk Wearmouth Parish Church of St. Peter's. I've just seen another one I wanted to show you. It's a fine one. Elizabeth Burdess, wife of William Burdess of Monk Wearmouth. Now that is lovely lettering there. Who departed this life February the 19th, 1857, aged 41 years. Also Anne Happer, 3rd daughter of the above. See that? And then we've got a couple of old ones over here. I've done a story about the next one. It's on Facebook, this one. So this, it won't be hard to say this. This is for a daughter. And it was Emily Louisa, the dearly beloved daughter of D.W. and L. Ditchburn of Wearmouth Colliery. Now D.W., you could stand here for 3 days and you would never guess what those initials were for her father's name. It was Dent Waterloo, because he was born not long after the Battle of Waterloo. He had an interesting career. He had lots of different professions, and he was lived at Monk Wearmouth Colliery. I think he was a cashier, so I can't remember the exact name for the position. He had a responsible job there. It was more like in the clerical type of thing, if I remember. And sadly, Emily, I can never pronounce this one because it's not Amelia. It's Emily with an E. She was only 15 years. Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord. That's one of the old chapels there. It's not getting done out inside. They're actually just strengthening the outside to make it safe. I think the listed buildings. I'm going to walk down here and get onto the path before I go home. I'm off to Lidl's. It's Spanish week. That's a fine one. I don't think I've ever looked at this one here. Thomas Halliday. The size of that. Don't know anything about that one. Don't know anything about that one. As I said, I've only ever looked at like a small proportion of all these back in the day. In affection, I might not be able to say this because son. In affectionate remembrance of Anne Brown, wife of the late Thomas Brown of Low Fulwell, who died November the 16th, 1874, aged 55 years. I know that my Redeemer liveth. Never ever heard of the term Low Fulwell before. I've heard of Low Southwick and so on, but names die out of fashion. Oh, this one, in affectionate remembrance of Peter Hutchinson, who died November the 12th, 1873. Now, if I remember, I think he was a farmer, but I'm sure they spelt his name wrong because in all the records it is Hutchinson, but if you look there, it doesn't make sense. It's Hutchinson. So I think whoever's engraved this for the family has made a mistake, and they'll probably hope nobody would notice it. But in all the records, it is down as Hutchinson. Look at this. I'll finish with this epitaph thing. The days of our years are 70 years and 10. So what's that? 70. And if by reason of strength they be 80 years, yet is there strength, labour and sorrow, for it is soon out of, and we fly away. So he was 76, so he hadn't made his 80th. That one, so I'll get on the pass one, because it's wind's building up. So as you can see, I've only ever really done videos in this area, in the original section of the cemetery, which is around these two chapels, and even then I've hardly ever touched that bit, and another corner over there. But the actual cemetery is huge, going all the way up to Torver Crescent. Get one more, I think, get one more in. This is Merriman family in affectionate remembrance of Thomas Merriman, who was drowned at sea on a voyage from Calcutta to Mauritius in 1862, aged 27 years. So I think that was just I don't know if steamships had come around by that time, but just how many marine prints is this? Oh, I should have come and got this one. In memory of Thomas Wilkinson, brother of Isabella Ryder, who lost his life by the explosion at the flour mill in Wilson Street, Weymouth, April 2nd, 1868, aged 36 years. That was a tragedy. Happened when there was an explosion at that particular flour mill. Several young children and that gentleman were killed. So I'm going to leave it there. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and if you want to, click on the subscribe, and I will see you next time.